Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. This is Life in Denver. I'm Joe. This is my business partner, Monique. Today we got a great one for you guys. We're checking out Boulder, Colorado. Going to be running you through all the pros and cons in this area. And if schools are important to you, this is one you definitely don't want to miss. Boulder has the best schools in the entire county, so let's get into it.
All right, guys, so jumping right into it, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the pro because I am Miss Positive over here. One of the things that's very unique to Boulder is how beautiful it is. It is one of the most prettiest cities here in the Denver metro. You are really close to the mountains, so you definitely have picturesque views. Also, in the fall time, you get prime views in terms of, leaf changing colors, and you have access to the mountains, so definitely a beautiful place.
Definitely. Boulder is, like Monique said, probably the prettiest city in the entire metro, and it does just have probably the best mountain views in the entire metro, frankly, as well. What comes with that, though, is, I guess first con you could say is the price point reflects that, right? Just because it's such a desirable area, it's got so much to offer, so many things to do, you do find that higher price point. The median price point up in Boulder for what you're seeing on home sales is it's 1.2, 1.3 million. So up there, not to say it's not worth it, but you will see that higher price point. So just something to throw out there to you guys.
Guys, and do remember that Joe and I are licensed realtors here in the state of Colorado. So if you're looking to move from, Texas, California, wherever you're looking to move to Denver, please feel free to contact us at the information that's on your screen. We are the ones that answer those text messages, phone calls, emails. So please feel free to reach out.
Definitely, guys. We'd love to walk through any items you have, any kind of questions you have regarding the metro. We work in the entire area, so don't feel like, hey, Boulder's too far from Denver. We'll get into that. It's actually closer than you might think. We go down to the Springs, so anywhere you're interested in, just let us know.
All right, guys, so continuing with the pros, one of the biggest pros to Boulder is it is very active in the sense that there's so much to do in Boulder. You could definitely go on the weekends, do a big hike. Also, there's a lot of activities that go on in Boulder, a lot of races. We do have the Boulder that occurs every May. So if you're looking, to sign up for a race, definitely worthwhile to check it out as well, because you do run through the neighborhoods. You also do run through like the city and through the Pearl Street Mall. So definitely a great activity for you to do. Another big thing with Boulder too is cycling. So if you are into road biking and you do have, your own bike and your helmet and everything, and you like wearing the shorts, I have done cycling. It is fun. One of the things that's really cool and unique about Boulder is it does have designated bike lanes. So something you don't necessarily always see in Denver or in other, areas
Definitely don't see that in
of the Denver metro area is Boulder is very particular in, providing that access for many of its cyclists.
Yeah.
So definitely cool.
Boulder's a spot if you want to go biking. You might get clipped in downtown Denver, so I don't recommend that. Right. Boulder definitely is much more friendly to that. They just have the infrastructure laid out for that. Obviously, with all these fun things, you have, CU, Colorado over there. Just Buffaloes are a big football team. You see a lot of people coming for those games. You see a lot of people coming to visit Pearl Street Mall. It's great. It has a ton to offer. However, the con, I guess you could say, that comes attached to that. I'm so negative today.
Yes.
Hey, it is what it is. But all of that comes with a lot of traffic because everyone knows how much Boulder has to offer. So everyone coming to hike, everyone coming to the sporting events, mall, etc. It brings a ton of foot traffic, a ton of congestion, and it is just limited access in and out of that area. So you do find it gets very congested, especially on the weekends. It gets to be busy. So I mean, not say it's the worst thing in the world, but if you're a local, maybe you go and enjoy all the things on a weekday and a weeknight, get that hike in, as opposed to trying to do it on the weekend. Maybe you go explore somewhere else. Let all the people in the surrounding areas come, just hang out in Boulder. So just something to call out for you guys in terms of trying to have you enjoy that area for what it is.
All right, guys, and since I am the mom, I am going to talk about schools. Schools are obviously very important. One of the things about Boulder is their public school system is one of the best school systems here in the Denver metro. So something that's really great about the area is you don't necessarily have to focus about, sending your kids to private school or a charter school or alternative school options, because the public school system is one of the best.
Yeah, absolutely. It's A+, consistently on niche.com. You find Boulder County Schools they kill it. They're the best. However, another con to throw out there to you guys, and this is just consistent, you've probably seen in other videos from us as well, that whole western slope, that whole western side of Denver, it is always just some harsher weather, some more exposure to wildlife, whatever it may be, right? You're going to find that western Lakewood, Golden, Morrison, all of those areas tend to just have, whether it's deer in your backyard, whether it's even like, a bobcat every now and then, whatever it may be, mountain lion, all that stuff kind of exists up there. And so in turn, what you find is just, you really feel like you're in nature out there, which is not necessarily a con for everybody. I'm labeling it a con just because I know that's not for everyone. However, you do have also just some heavier snow accumulation, just some more intense weather. Some people love it up there, and that's why they move there. They want that, right? Versus just comparing it to Denver, right? Denver's gonna have a few more sunny days, a little less snow accumulation, just some calmer weather, you could say. So just throw that out there for you guys, just so you're aware of what you're getting yourselves into. There are gonna be those winter days where, especially if you have a mountain home, you're probably not gonna wanna go head into the house and go down that sketchy little road. Maybe that's one of those days you work from home, you call in sick, whatever it may be, but there will be those days where you're probably just gonna wanna hunker down and just kinda, lay low on a snow day.
And touching upon the wildlife, I think one of the important things too, because a lot of people do move here and tend to have pets, if you do have smaller pets or even medium-sized pets, we do recommend you bring them in at night. There is a lot of bear activity, and also we do get mountain lions in Boulder as well, so definitely something, to keep in mind.
Too.
Coyotes, so if you have a smaller dog, even cats, even medium-sized dogs.
Yeah, just go out there with them and keep an eye on them.
Just keep an eye on them and make sure you bring them in at night, because it is something that has happened here, and it is something, to be aware of. Also making sure that you're doing like the bear proofing of trash cans and all of that stuff too. So just making sure that you're also, wildlife proofing your home. So definitely, worth calling out in the sense of, hey, adding a little bit of negativity over here today. So there's
you got to throw some negativity. I'm going to throw some positivity though too. It's really cool too, right? To be inside your house and actually watch just nature for what it is, watch the wildlife existing out there. Not to say you're going to go hang out with the bear over there, but it is cool just watching it all, because it really does feel like it's a unique experience in and of itself. It's stuff you're not going to find living in the heart of Denver. Boulder is a really cool place. It is a city, of course, but it does feel like you're really up in those mountains too. So it's almost the best of both worlds over there in Boulder. All right, guys. So I'm taking the next pro. She's got to give me at least one in a video. The next one for you guys is the job market here in Boulder. So it doesn't even have to just be Boulder, right? Like Boulder itself is a big tech hub, ton of great jobs that will support that higher just cost of living here. However, Boulder is close enough to Denver where it's probably 40 minutes or less to get to the city. So you could easily work in Denver if you really want to stay and live in Boulder though too. So you have options to both job markets, the two biggest job markets, frankly, in the entire metro. And it just does have a lot of those high-paying tech jobs that really allow you to kind of enjoy what all of these areas have to offer. So throwing that out for you guys. Don't feel like you're going to have issues trying to find a job. That's a great place to go do one.
Right. And one of the other things too, since we are switching from positive to negative, negative, positive, trying to switch it up a little bit for you guys, one of the things that I tend to struggle with when I'm visiting Boulder is parking. So as Joe mentioned, when
because you got a giant SUV, that's why she's struggling.
Exactly. Can't parallel park.
Save her life.
Yeah. No, I'm a good parallel parker. But anyways, besides that, one of the biggest things too is, if you are heading in and there's a lot of activities going on, please know that you do have to plan ahead for parking. Parking is difficult to find in Boulder. There's a lot of congestion, and there are lots throughout Boulder where you can pay to park, but just be mindful of like the signs and, the timings of when you can park, when you have to pay to park. Pretty much you have to pay to park pretty much all the time. They have
Memorial to Labor Day is that big stretch they hit you on.
Yeah, definitely. So, they do have the signs where you can use your mobile app to pay. So definitely convenient in terms of that. But free parking is going to be very difficult to find. So just something to call out.
Yeah, one more add on to that point as well too, just as we speak on weekends and how busy they get. If you are going to go hiking, if you're going to go even to the mall, right? All of these things, I would recommend getting there at 9 a.m. and earlier. And I know that sounds kind of early, but the hiking especially, like these people are up early, especially the ones who are residents there. So they have no ride to get there. And they're there ready to roll by like 7:30, 8 o'clock. If you go there like 9:30, 10, I've done it. There's been just zero parking for the Flatirons hike up there. And it's a great hike. Like, you don't want to miss out, obviously. But if you're getting there 10, 10:30, you're stuck waiting for someone to move out of their spot. You're circling, and it's just...
Got to make sure you're in.
Yeah, it's not a great time. So make the effort, grab the coffee, get yourself started early. You'll have a great day. And then there's plenty of stuff to do after that hike too. So don't feel like, hey, you got to commit to getting up early and then you're done. There's nothing else to do. Ton of stuff to explore in Boulder. So you'll have a great time. All right, so next pro for you guys in terms of just, we've spoken on it already, but housing is expensive in this area. However, the appreciation is pretty consistent here too, just because Boulder is a super desirable market. This is one of those markets where there's always constant buyer demand. However, there is always pretty limited listings is what you find, because the people who have lived here forever and, are passing homes down from, generation to generation, they don't want to part with these homes. They know that they're going to hold their equity long term. They know that this is always going to be a desirable market just because how much it has to offer. And even market downturns, this market always holds up strong just because Boulder, the name, has a lot of notoriety behind it. Even taking Denver out of the equation, everyone knows of Boulder and just how great of an area it is. So one of those areas that, man, you're never going to have a bad time buying a house here. You're never going to have trouble getting rid of that house. We'll help you sell the house if you don't like it there either way. So we got you on that. But just Boulder as a whole, one more thing to throw out there too, is just very walkable too. So yes, we always recommend a car just so you can go explore into the mountains. However, if you do want to live, especially in the valley part of Boulder, kind of being downtown by Pearl Street Mall and all that, you can easily get around without a car. But just throwing that out there for you guys.
One of the things about that, though, too, talking about, Joe saying, not many people who live in Boulder want to leave Boulder. One of the things to call out there, too, is, the ability to build. There's really limited ability to build in Boulder. What's established is already established. You could definitely buy a home and go through some, modifications and try and modernize it a little bit, but you will need to go through zoning. One of the things about zoning is it is a long process. You do have to follow all of the, rules and regulations. You have to have public hearings, and everyone in Boulder is very active and engaged in their community. So if it's something that you're thinking you want to do and develop, be prepared to, hear from the public and get feedback from the public. And they do take zoning requests and all of that very seriously. So, kind of expect to go in with, when you're buying the home, what you're getting is what you're getting. You're not going to be able to, completely scrape it and fully rebuild, this mansion or whatever you're looking for. So definitely something worthwhile to call out if you are looking to, get into Boulder and you want to be in the city, but you want to rezone it. Probably not going to happen. You can definitely try. However, if you do want to look, towards the mountains and you want to get more into the mountains in Boulder, then you do see some, development happening and a little bit of upgrades, some custom homes, but that's not in the valley. That's more in the mountains if you are looking, to be truly living in the mountains. So definitely something worth calling out.
Yeah, and this put a little positive spin on that, I feel like, too, is that's what preserves Boulder and its charm, right? Is the fact that they don't want it to just get overdeveloped, overbuilt up, and then kind of ruin those views and everything that has to offer. So it keeps that charm, it keeps that value because of the fact that there is just that limited supply. So that's why I say, like, you'll always hold that appreciation, that equity in that area, just because of the fact that there's not a lot of new supply and there's always new demand. So supply and demand, not super complicated here.
Look at Joe keeping us positive. Thank you, man. Thank you. Guys, and as much as Joe and I do love making these videos for you, we would love to help with any real estate needs you have. If you're looking to buy, sell, or do any type of investment in the real estate market here in the Denver metro area, please feel free to reach out. We look forward to hearing from you, and our contact information is on your screen. Till the next one.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.